Hi. Hey, Ann. I figured I would come on here for a minute. Hey, Shavina. Hey, Joanne. I don't know how to say your name. Do Minley. Oh, yeah, I got to turn on subscriber mode. Hey, Teresa. Something is going on where I can't see all the messages when I turn on subscriber mode for some. I mean, when I turn on all messages. It's been doing it all day. I'm going out and back in and see. All right, Do Minley. I don't know if that's right, but I tried. Will you be able to pass your interview easily? Did y'all have a good day? Hey, Justin, how are you, baby? That's good, Teresa. You had an awesome day. I did. I had a good day. I just be worried about my daughter. That's the only thing that I be overthinking today. Page of Cups reversed, Four of Pentacles reversed. So if you release some of the resistance around what you're doing internally about the interview, you'll be fine. Because the Three of Cups is here, which is like a celebratory energy. But like I said, you've got to release something about the resistance internally that you feel towards the interview. That's the more, the biggest blockage you have is what's going on internally, not really your ability to do well, if that makes sense. You're welcome. All right. General. A general for Joanne. Thank you, Teresa. A general for Joanne. Thank you, Anne. A general for Joanne. A general message for Joanne. Seven of Pentacles, Four of Wands. This is about that fun word we all love. Patience, right? If you think you're not on the healing path, you are. If it feels like it's a little bit hard to deal with some days and you feel like you're going backwards and then you make a little progress and then you're going backwards again, that's part of the process. You are healing. You're on the right track with the Three of Swords reversed. When the doors are supposed to open for the things that you want to happen that aren't happening currently, when that's supposed to happen, it will. And if you can kind of release that into the universe with gratitude, that's a lot easier said than done. I feel like then you'll feel better through your days and the opportunities that you want to come to you will just kind of naturally unfold and open up for you. So it's not like you're doing as bad as you think you are. That's the message. For Joanne, that's who that was for. All right, Shavina. I'm meeting up with Sean this weekend. Is he a good match for me to pursue a relationship? You're welcome, Joanne. You're meeting up with Sean this weekend. Is he a good match for you to pursue a relationship? Is he a good match for you to pursue a relationship? Three of Cups reversed. 10 of Swords reversed. Well, this person has a lot of past energy that they haven't worked through. They got 2 10s in the reverse. That's definitely going to be a challenge or an obstacle when trying to pursue a relationship with this person. So if you have the ability to easily allow getting to know this person, becoming their friend first, and working through this with them while they're working through it, you know what I'm saying? You can't do it for them, but just know that they have a lot of pain from past connections, 3 of Swords. So it's going to be a challenge to get to a successful commitment with them. If you're willing to put the work in, and they are too, is it worth it? That's something you got to ask yourself, because they just have a lot of unhealed stuff from past connections still showing up in their energy. So they still have heartbreak there. You're welcome. All right. I miss you, Tubi. How you been doing? All right. General for Miss String 11. General for Miss String 11. General message for Miss String 11. That sounds fun. Go somewhere fun for a couple days. We're going to the beach Thursday and I'm ready. Ten of Cups reversed. Star reversed. And the Judgment. I feel like there's some sort of lesson or perspective to be learned in something that you could feel hopeless about. It doesn't have to be romance, because this is a general, but something that you could feel hopeless or like it's not turning out the way you want it to. The ultimate end goal here is not where you want it to be. Spirit is saying there's more to be seen here. The part about how you can grow through it. What can you learn from it? How can you transmute the energy and use it as fuel going forward on your timeline? With the Hangman reversed, it's like you're not opening up your mind enough to see that part of it. So there's more for you to realize or be consciously aware of, that currently you might be stuck on seeing one side of it. But there's always 2 sides. There's the light, the dark, the up, the down, the in, the out, right? So one side here you might be super focused on whatever this is. The other side is what you need to kind of bring into your awareness. And then you'll be able to like grow from it with the Judgment. You're welcome. Hey, KP. Judgment can literally mean an awakening of a higher level of consciousness. I just read the way, I've studied the cards and the actual meanings, but I just read the way I feel when I flip the card over. I'm a winger kind of reader. So maybe I didn't use the right word then. Awakening, being aware of another side, coming to a higher level of consciousness, realization, that's an awakening within itself, right? So something about the way you're looking at something you're going through in your life, you've yet to see the other side to it, basically. Or you need to see the other side. You'll be able to look back one day and see it. I know that. If you keep going. Hey, Bri. I'm a winger at life too, Ann. Hey, Water Empress. You work today, Bri? At the vineyard. At the vineyard. He's like, tell all my business, ho. Y'all want to know a funny ass story? It's not funny except for if you're the person on the outside looking in. So most of y'all know I'm trying to quit vaping, right? Okay. I go over 24 hours without my vape. And for context, just know that a 4-pack of the cartridges I smoke is $19.99 plus tax. So I done went over 24 hours without vaping. And I still have the little battery, but I don't have any more. And I'm like, I ain't doing it. So I go to get gas. And I go to the gas station. And for the first time ever in my whole life, they have 6 packs of cartridges for $19.99. So that's the devil giving me a good deal so that I will keep vaping. And what did I do? Buy a pack of cartridges. Yes, Water Empress, you can ask yes or no question. And I failed it like a champ, Bri. I failed it. They've never had 6 packs of Juul cartridges. They only have 2 packs and 4 packs. And the 4 packs are always $19.99. And tell me how I'm going to find a 6-pack 3 days after I'm like giving it up forever. What the hell? Thank you, Miss Bikini. You're right, Justin. Good deal to put me right back in the line of fire. Yes, Bri, like we're going through it. If I could describe reality right now as a collective, I would call it resistance. Let me look, Miss Bikini. Let me show y'all so y'all know that I'm not crazy. So this is a 4-pack of them, right? These are usually $19.99 plus tax. I go in there. I don't have the other box, but it had another box with it with 2 extra ones, and they were wrapped together for $19.99. Like, what in the hell? I don't see an expiration date. She did say they just got the 6-pack because I asked her. I was like, why do y'all have 6? I've never seen a 6-pack of vapes before. She's like, it's some sort of promotion they're doing. I don't know where the other one is with the other 2, but a sweet deal to get me right back in the hole. It's too good to be true, Bri, because that was me being tested. That's the cheapest I've ever seen vape cartridges since I started smoking them. So, of course, what did I do? Buy them. Thank you, Kaiser. How are you doing? Miss Bikini, we're going down together, huh? Miss Bikini's on a no spend month and she got tacos. So you know what I'm gonna do? My ex addict mentality is gonna say, well, Miss Bikini got the tacos. She spent her money, so it's okay. I spent the $19.99 on the best pack of deal of cartridges I could get. I'm gonna quit. I sound like a broken record, but how did I go over 24 hours and just cave just because of a good deal? All right, Water Empress, let's see what you get. I bet they were good, Miss Bikini.
I was just in there watching TikTok.
That is a deal.
I'm not gonna lie, I was just in there watching TikTok.
That's okay. You can come sit in here if you want. And I even went to the store that I normally don't go to very often to get vapes because I was just getting gas. I wasn't actually going in there to get vapes. And that's the store that they had the deal.
Pokemon sent me a snap on the Snapchat. Do I have Riz?
Hey, Antigone. You done changed your profile picture. You can sit right here. They can't see you.
Yeah, okay.
I got it set up where they can't see you.
Yeah, okay.
Girl, get over here.
No. I don't like you like that.
Thank you, Bri.
Yeah.
What?
Give my phone.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You will. Three of Swords, Knight of Cups. Yes, it looks like a no because the Three of Swords is here, but the Knight of Cups and the Nine of Cups says that you could get some opportunity that's going to be painful to learn or train or get into. You're going to have to pay the piper, so to speak. But if you do, it will be a good chance because the Chariot's even here. It's going to help you grow and evolve. So if you are applying for jobs, keep doing it. If you're not, get to work and start doing it because I feel like it's something that's going to be tough to learn or train, and then you'll be glad you did it. Antigone kissing everybody. Hey, Safae. I don't know how to say your name, but I like your little bows in your screen name. Y'all see that? Miss Bikini said if you're in the U.S., her company is hiring all over the United States. They're humongous.
What company?
I don't know, but I'm probably going to text her about it. You're welcome, Water Empress. Thank you, Kaiser. Did you put your question in there?
What's Famodin?
Ma'am?
What kind of medicine is Famodin?
I don't know. What is it saying it's for?
I don't know. She says Famodin.
How'd you look that up?
No, I'm not looking it up. It's on the Pinterest.
Oh, I have no idea.
It's like outfit inspo. It has peeled by it. I don't know.
I'm checking to see if your question's in here so I don't. No, you're going to have to post it on here. Oh, Miss Bikini said it's an advertisement, Em.
Famo did?
Yeah.
But it says peel.
So an example, Water Empress, if you got that company and you tried out for it, right? And let's just say they offered it to you, there's going to be a lot to learn in it, but it'll help you grow. You got it? Okay, Kaiser, lay it on me. All right, any good news coming for Sappho this month?
I'm trying not to cough because you're so quiet.
It's okay, you can call.
I'm not coughing.
8 of Cups reversed. King of Wands reversed. So I feel like you can make some good news come this month if you choose to stop giving your energy to some sort of person or situation outside of you that doesn't take the connection with you as serious as you take it. This can't just be like relationships with romance. This can be any sort of person. So start to journal about it and see who is a person that I'm connected with in some way in my life that I take it more serious than they do, so it creates an imbalance of energy. That's how you can get the good news, because you'll be growing if you balance the scale, so to speak, with what you're giving your energy to. All right, Kaiser is up. I'm going to do Kaiser's reading, and then if you want a free question, if you hang around, I'll get you after I get done. Okay, y'all? What does Erica truly want or need from me? How does she truly feel or think of me? Let's see. Let's see, said the blind man. 5 shuffles. I done messed up the cards. Let's fix them. All right, 5 shuffles. Hey, Dan the man. What does Erica truly want or need from you, and how does she truly feel or think of you? Two more shuffles. And just for the hell of it, I'm going to pull you some advice cards with this little bitty deck because I just like to use it for advice. How does she truly feel or think of you? Her feelings, her thoughts, and what she wants.
Did you know Alexis Bledell's a Latina? The actor for Rory?
No.
I just learned that off Pinterest.
This person, this is not what they're going to say they want from you, but energetically what their energy wants from you is almost impossible for you to deliver on, because they have a sense of avoiding their healing, avoiding what they need to face within themselves. So then it manifests in their life as pretty much a sabotage of any long-term connections. 10 of Cups reversed. Because like I said, they avoid their healing. What they want from you is you to be willing to allow them to stay in that state. Queen of Swords reversed. That's a result of them not healing. And allow the stagnancy with the 2 of Swords. that's not, like I said, what they're going to say they want from you, but energetically, your energy doesn't lie. So that's what their energy wants from you. They want you to allow them to stay in this same place. I feel like if you stay with this person long term or stick it out, dealing with this person long term, Eight of Cups reversed, like you don't walk away, you're going to feel at the end of the day, when you finally get to the point of walking away, whenever that may be, you're going to look back and say, I feel like I've wasted my time here. I'm very disappointed how this has turned out because I feel like me and this person is a good match. I feel like chemistry-wise, we vibe together, but then we start to get in this same spot every time I look around. We're in this Two of Swords energy where anytime emotions come up, this person is not wanting to look at that. But it's not because of you. It's because of whatever they went through before you. They're not willing to look at that and fix it. They're not willing to like transmute the energy and move forward freshly. They have this baggage they're bringing in. So what they really want is for you not to walk away and allow them not to work on themselves. And I feel like the longer you stick it out with this person, you're just going to you can easily get stuck in the potential of it because you and them have chemistry. You and them vibe. You and them are a good match, but without that fixing, without that work that they need to put in, it's going to put you in a cycle of feeling as if you're wasting your time and disappointment. It's like there's a wall when it comes to being emotionally involved with each other. There's like a wall there. Ace of Cups reversed, emotionally unavailable. Hey, Marky. So what they really want is you not to give up on them, but they're not willing to put the work in. So I feel like it's going to end up disappointing you unless somehow they change that. They change that mindset. They change that it's like they want, this is what they want. I'm trying to put words to this, but it's like they want to bring all the baggage of the things that happened to them that they did not like in past connections and not get over it, not work through it, not be able to say, I'm going to be the strong person here. I'm going to be grateful for what I learned here, and I'm going to move forward a better person because of what I've dealt with. They don't want to do that. It's like accountability is a problem with that because we all have to be accountable whenever we look back at the things we did that we regret, right? Regret, bitterness, those things form if you don't transmute the energy. And I feel like that's festered inside of this person. So therefore, they don't want you to walk away. But what they truly want from you is impossible for you to give without sacrificing your own self. Because you're going to get stuck in the potential of it. I'm going to get some advice cards for you. But I feel like you can easily get stuck in the potential because of the chemistry you have with this person. It's like a really good match. And if this connection was on a high timeline, you know, the best timeline for both of you, I feel like it would be a good match. And now I have my eardrum sounding like a busted speaker. Yep. As the advice, I feel like looking at this connection, anything that's imbalanced long term here, not words, but just what's actually acting out here between the two of you, when you recognize the imbalance and you see that it's not changing, because we can all be screwed up, we can all have our challenges, but if both people aren't actively working on it, if just one of y'all's working on it and you see the other one isn't, and it's not changing, Wheel of Fortune reversed, if you see that imbalance remains there, then you might have to just close out the cycle and move forward. But don't make the same mistake this person did if you close it out. If you end up closing it out completely with the World card, just acknowledge what you learned by being connected with this person. So that way you don't do exactly what they do. That way you don't mirror them and bring regret or bitterness with you as you go along. So I feel like the advice here is to let the actions speak for this person instead of any words they say. The imbalances that you see, if it's prolonged, close the cycle out and move forward and be grateful for whatever it taught you. That's a lot easier said than done, but I just feel like this connection is something that you can see the potential in, but at the end of the day, you get stuck in like a cycle with this person and they truly don't want you to walk away. So that's going to be hard to do if you care about them. But the longer you stay with them, as long as they're still in this energy of not facing whatever they need to face within themselves so that they can let down their emotional walls, you may feel like disappointed and that you possibly wasted your time if you put in too much time and effort and it just keeps you going in a loop, right? So let me know if this made sense, Kaiser. I just feel like the potential here is off the charts, but them not being willing to put the work in to transmute their past stuff is causing an issue in you and them connecting on a deep emotional level. They let you get so close energetically, but that's as far as you can get until they're willing to face whatever it is within themselves that they're still holding on to. And it's got them with some bitter, regretful energy in some way. And they avoid it. They avoid it, Four of Swords reversed. They might even be someone who possibly keeps themselves busy at times with things just so they don't have to face whatever the thing is inside of them. Hey, Perfectly. Hey, Jay. So, yeah, I'll give you an oracle too, Kaiser. It's hard whenever you see the potential in someone because you see the version of them that they could be if they went all in. And they chose to break free from that cycle, you know? Balance came out. The number 19, balance, came out. So I feel like letting this person's actions speak. Their eyes are clouded over. So it's not what they say or what you see in terms of like the day-to-day things. I feel like it's what the actual connection is doing. What are the actions here? Is this person following through with, is there an established pattern of communication? Does this person keep their word with you? Do they open up and talk through arguments? Do you become stronger together every time you argue? Do you face the challenge, overcome the obstacle, and become stronger together? Are you constantly growing together, or are you feeling stuck in the possibility of the potential? That's what I feel like you should ask. And then you got gratitude, the number 23 breaking down to a 5, which is what this person needs to do in order to transmute whatever they got going on from their past. If we can find gratitude in the shitty parts of life, it's not because we want to live in fake bliss, but because we can assign a positive meaning to something that was negative in the moment. We become a better version of ourselves. We can use it as fuel because that energy doesn't go away. Energy is not created or destroyed. It just changes form. So if we have something we regret or we're bitter about, but we can choose to assign it a positive meaning, hence the gratitude and the balance, then we become a different version of ourselves that can be, vulnerable. I feel like this person has issues being vulnerable. They might even have trust issues because there's a trust card. Okay. Marky said, "Oh Lord, Auntie Gone is here." Hey, Fiona. All right. I hope Kaiser heard my reading. Let me text in the chat just to make sure they're caught up on the live. Okay, you did. All right. You're very welcome. Thank you, baby. All right, good. Okay, Dan. All right, BB. Has H's respect or attraction increased for me since I've been ignoring him? So if I'm just going to tell you this before I pull a card. If you're ignoring him with an intention of anything happening, like you have like a goal behind it, right? That's manipulation. So you're going to get a manipulated result out of that. No matter what comes out in the cards, just know that, okay? Now, you'll know if you're manipulating or not. I won't, but I'm just telling you that is a form of manipulation if you're ignoring that person with the intention of making a certain thing happen. Like, that's intentional manipulation. And it always backfires. So I've done it before. I've done it. But it will result in backfiring. All right. I feel like it makes this person want to come back towards you. Wheel of Fortune, 5 of Pentacles reversed. They don't want to be left out in the cold by you. They want to come back towards you in some way. I feel like that. But still remember what I said. All right. Should Antigone continue to reach out to M.E.? It's just a random nightgown I have, Mark. I should have devil horns on top of it, shouldn't I? You're welcome, BB. The devil was an angel too, right? Like, when the hell was she an angel? What kind of delusion is she living under? All right, Antigone. Should you continue to reach out to M.E.? Ace of Swords reversed. 10 of Pentacles. I feel like you and them have like blocks in your communication in some way, even if you're actively talking to them. The 10 of Pentacles is here, so if you have a grounded reason to reach out to this person or deal with this person, it may be worth the time eventually, but there's a lot of challenges when it comes to you and them being on the same page. So if you're willing to put the work in, so to speak, then I guess it is worth it. It will be worth your while ultimately with the 10 of Pentacles. But just know it's not going to be easy, right? Ace of Swords reversed. Hey, Niecy, how are you, baby? But yeah. So it's kind of up to you, Antigone. If you're willing to do the long game with this person, eventually it might pay off. But it's going to take some persistence. Because the Ace of Swords reversed. That's someone that you have some static between the two of you when it comes to your communication. You're welcome. You're welcome, Antigone. All right. Hey, Jasmine, I'm good. How are you, baby?
Oh, do you know where that blue swimsuit top is? It's yours.
It ain't in my top drawer?
No, I hope I didn't lose it.
Oh, I'll find it if you did. Okay. Yeah, and I think it's challenging to get on the same page with the Ace of Swords reversed. But if you can get there, it's worth it. Marky say he hopes you're doing good, friend. She don't hear me. She must have went back to her room. All right. Jay will carry Titan partners on board and give me the job. So let's see. Milton loves you, Emmy. She don't hear me. She's back there in her room. Because she would have talked some shit. All right, Jay. The reason I saw where you just said something about you was waiting a long time. So I always do the paid readings and then I do the free questions in between. So Nisi just donated on Cash App. So I'm not ignoring you if you want to hang around. I'm going to do hers first and then I'll get back. Okay? No, it's not a boyfriend. It's my passed away grandfather. I don't want Emmy to have a boyfriend ever. All right, Nisi. Thank you very much. Is there anything Spirit needs you to know? So I can do a completely open, right? But if you want to ask about a certain situation in your life or you just want it to be totally open, it's fine with me either way. You just let me know. Thank you, Mark. Some people ain't got good sense. You want it open. I got you, girl. All right. We're going to do 6 shuffles, and let me see which. Let me use this deck. Fiona, they're trying to, like, whoever it was, I told them I was doing a paid reading, and then they try to spam and ask, can I please do theirs first? Like, they are so important, and they are so entitled, and it's ridiculous. I do free readings the whole time until somebody donates. And it gets so annoying that they don't appreciate that and have respect for the person that's paying for a reading. And I like to do free readings because I feel like it might help that one person in the world, but then those other people try to ruin it for everybody, you know? Three more shuffles. All right, what does Nisi need to know? Anything she needs to know? For her highest and best good. Nine of Cups reversed. 7 of Swords reversed. I feel like Niecy going through my timeline. Okay. So I feel like ultimately, I know you've probably been awakened or whatever you want to call it. I don't like putting titles on stuff, but to a point, you've already been awakened up until now. Judgment card. But even if you don't recognize it, you're awakening or becoming more expanded, or your evolution is deepening in some way currently. You're going through that. Even if you don't realize it, Judgment and the Three of Wands. You're expanding, you're growing, and you're evolving. So whatever's going on internally with us affects our outer reality directly. Whether we realize it or not, it's just the way it is, because everything's projected from inside of us, right? So I don't know who these people are. It's just people that are in your external reality in general. There could be some people that may not like it too good, or they may not be used to this new evolved version of you. And if this hasn't happened, just be on the lookout. This is what's coming for you. This is what Spirit wants you to know. With the Tower card, the Tower can sometimes scare people, but basically the Tower is just removing whatever doesn't match anymore to the more evolved version of you, to the more expanded version of you. And this may be a person or a situation that is used to kind of like waiting it out, Two of Swords, and then getting their way with you. I feel like maybe you've let somebody back in before, you've allowed this pattern of behavior before. Whatever it is, you've let it in before. And by you setting this boundary, King of Swords, he sets boundaries, right? I know you're a woman, but it don't matter to me. I don't read gender. So with the King of Swords, it's like you setting this boundary. This person or the people in this situation may think that they can wait it out, and you'll let them in again. 2 pages in the reverse. This is usually about lessons that you have to learn over and over because you take the same action and you fall back into a pattern. Well, this time I think it froze up for a minute, but because of your growth by default, you're no longer allowing this energy, whoever this is talking about, back in. And it's going to cause some ruckus or some resistance from these people. So if you start to grow, just say over the next 2 to 4 weeks, you start to grow, and you may not even notice it until this starts manifesting. And it feels almost like your daily life is getting worse rather than better. That's not really the case. It's just the Tower energy coming in, because you're in this more, what should I say? Because it's all these masculine energies. So it's like you're in this energy of like you're going all in with your growth, right? So you're not backing down. And it's going to be like something you'll be very proud of. And honestly, once you get on the other side, I feel like you'll have a renewal in your energy, and your heart will even be more open. These people probably were able to pull on your heartstrings at one time and get their way. And that's what they think they can do this time around. But I feel like they're going to wait it out, and then they're not going to get the same result. But just know the reason is you're actually growing and evolving. It's like another mini awakening going on within you. And it's just a result of you growing as a person. Most people, they stay on one little spot on the mountain their whole freaking life. But I feel like you're taking steps up the mountain, symbolically speaking. And these people think they can do the same thing again. So I don't know if this is family or friends, somebody at your work, somebody that uses your heart against you sometimes, whoever this is. They're not going to like if you don't give in. Once you set the boundary, just know you may have to reinforce it more than once. They're not going to enjoy the fact that you set the boundary and stuck to it this time. And you may feel like it's just a natural part of the behavior that you've adapted from growing. But they're going to think they can wait it out. And once they see that's not going to work, they're going to get upset. So just be mindful if temporarily it feels like things are getting a little worse because of the resistance between you and them. That's not it. You're just, remember this reading is people at my job and my family. Okay, so you remember this. This is just the tower energy. That's all it is. You're just turning your radio dial, right? They're over there with you on 97.7 Rock. This is the lamest example I can ever come up with, but it's the only thing that I can think of. And you're turning to 99.7 Classical now. They're still over there on the rock station, and they think you're going to come back if they keep, waiting it out and acting a little foolish. But the thing is, you've truly moved your frequency, so therefore you're going to set the boundary and stick to it. So if you feel like it's getting worse instead of better, actually it's just things are being removed in a divine way, just kind of like clearing your path. So just keep putting one foot in front of the other because you're on the right path. You're evolving and growing. The Three of Wands is about expansion. Your ship's coming in, the next part of your journey, the next chapter of your book, right? Every single person may not be ready to move there. They may not be on that frequency. So I just feel like you're in the midst of a frequency change. And the main thing is to remember that you're growing and evolving, and everyone in your reality may not be ready to grow and evolve with you. So there may be some resistance there, but it's okay. Just try not to latch on and feed it back. That's the only thing. If I could give you any advice, I would say that once the resistance rears its ugly head, that's just your identity trying to say, are you sure you want to move forward? Or do you want to come back into that same cycle that you were in before over and over? Energetically, that's what your reality is asking you when that resistance pops up. So when it happens, just say, okay, I remember Marley told me this is resistance because the tower's coming in. I'm not going to feed it. I'm going to hold my power to me. I'm not going to feed it. I'm going to leave them where they are with love, and I'm going to keep moving forward. I'm going to let them be who they are while I keep moving forward, because you're actually evolving and going to a different level. You're taking a step up the ladder, a step up the mountain, and they may not be ready to take that journey, with you. In fact, most of the time, well over the majority of people aren't ready, because then they have to face themselves. You've been doing work on yourself, right? Three of Wands, judgment. That's not always fun. Being accountable for your own bullshit is not an easy thing to do. I struggle with it every week and day and all that, But when you start to do that, sometimes people get pulled out of your life, and it can be a little bit uncomfortable because they really don't want to face themselves, and you're doing that. So they might get left behind. But just know it's for your highest good, and you're actually growing. It's like you're just in the process. Just allow the tower to come in and don't feed it back if some bullshit starts, right? It's nothing you can't handle. It's just kind of like the energy of when the toddler doesn't get the toy at the store, right? They freak out, they fall in the floor, they might scream a little bit, especially if they ain't got no home training. But when they leave the store and they go to their house and it's been an hour and they've dried their eyes, they hush and all is well. That's the way this is. Energetically, these people might throw a tantrum, but at the end of the day, it'll be fine. Just don't feed it back, and you'll be okay. But yeah, I feel like you could be in the midst of some people being like divinely removed from your world. And even if they are in your world, I don't think they're going to be as directly related to you. They may still be in the side over here, but not directly in your inner circle anymore. You're being separated from the pack because you're growing, unlike a lot of the people in your reality. It doesn't make them bad and you're great. It's just a different frequency. So no judgment towards them. That's where they are. And until they do the work, that's where they're going to remain. But since you've taken the free will choice and decided to do the work, you're going to move up the mountain. And it's no hate. Just don't feed their bullshit when they try to throw a little bit of shit at you. Because anytime, just like the crab in the bucket thing, anytime one crab tries to get out of the bucket, the other crabs are going to try to bring his ass back down. It's just nature, right? So just don't allow that to happen. That's the main challenge when you're growing and people in your reality are not, because they're going to want to pull you back into their circle, energetically speaking. So if you don't feed it, I feel like you'll be fine. There may be some resistance, but it's just the tower. Just the tower energy. That's what Spirit wants you to know. I'm going to give you an oracle. And you know, some people believe just because someone is a family member, just because you work with a person, whatever, you have to put up with their shit. Actually, that's not the case. Just because you're blood related to someone does not mean you have to allow them to be in your world and cross boundaries that you set. You don't have to do that. They have no right to do that. And if you're growing and they're not, that's their loss. Their loss. Resilience came out. So that basically says, yes, you do got what it takes to keep going up the mountain because you're doing the inner work. If she wasn't doing the work, she wouldn't be able to tote that load on her back. She's resilient. So just keep doing the work and don't feed whatever they try to do, resistance-wise. You could even feel it sometimes. I've noticed that before, like a shift in the energy with people. Even if you can't put your finger on what it is, you can literally feel it internally. It's just a difference in frequency. And some people like to say it's fun and wonderful to be spiritual and floaty and la and shit and skittles and stuff. But it ain't really like that if you're really doing the work. If you're really doing the work, it's rough sometimes. See, this is perfect. Fear and blossoming. This is you. This is the other people in your reality acting out. Blossom anyway. Blossom anyway. Don't let it hold you back. You got this. You got this. There's your resistance and there's you blossoming. Anytime you blossom, the people around you, if they're not going with you, they're going to act a little sideways and funky, but that's okay. That makes sense. I can absolutely feel those energetic shifts. It's rough. I've been reminding myself that I don't need to apologize for having boundaries. You are welcome. Amen, sister. You're going to make me do like the old days and beat on the wall. I've always struggled being a people pleaser, right? So when I first started like setting those little small boundaries, I would literally feel guilty about it sometimes for days and then go back on it. That's because we're programmed to be people pleasers sometimes, you know? At the end of the day, everybody ain't gonna go with you because they doing the work is it's called work, inner work, for a reason. It's work. So thank you, Nisi. I'm glad that made sense. Mark is hiding from Antigone. You see him hiding, Marky? I mean, Antigone, you see Marky hiding from you? Oh, God. She said you know you love her. Miss Bikini said they're already back to the headquarters. He loves you when he sleeps. Now my messages have done the thing again where it goes from all messages to top messages. Let me exit out and go back in. I made it an hour. So if there's anybody waiting in here that wants a free question, a free yes or no, I'll go ahead and do it. I said I was going to come on here for an hour with y'all. All right. Is my apartment building shocked that I filed a complaint towards them? What is your picture, Antigone? I can't tell. Hey, sisters. All right. Queen of Wands, Knight of Pentacles. I don't think they are really. These are yes cards. But I think that they kind of seen it coming slowly but surely. So you may not be the only one that filed. With the Knight of Pentacles, I feel like this was something that they felt like was eventually going to happen. So you may not be the only one. Hey, Megan. All right, we got Mira. Lovely Labubu. Should I go visit my friend S? You're welcome, Mira. Should you go visit your friend S? Knight of Swords at the Chariot. Absolutely. The Chariot card is like a card of travel or visiting someone. And the Knight of Swords is like now is the best time if ever. All right. Will sisters get the free day tomorrow? They're just paper. They're just like posters, Megan. You welcome, lovely. Will sisters get the free day tomorrow? Oh, did Teresa go? Ace of Swords, Seven of Cups. I think yes. Think you will. Now you got to come back and tell me if that's true. So I say yes with the Ace of Swords. Oh yeah, one of them's a tapestry and then this one is paper. But you're right, it is tapestries. Fiona's correct, Demundo. All right. You welcome, sisters. All right, let's see. I got that one. Fem H. Is Reeve upset that I moved on from him? Is Reeve upset that you moved on from him? Ten of Wands reversed, Ace of Wands. This person feels like you and them got out from under a burden by you moving on. Ten of Wands reversed, Ace of Wands. So I don't know if you and this person had arguments or disagreements or something about the connection made them feel like it was a burden. You're welcome. All right. Let's see. L Light. Is Jean AR the one wanting to be with me? Is Jean AR the one that wants to be with me? The Devil and the Seven of Wands. I feel like absolutely in a sexual way they want to be with you. And Spirit is saying you should probably set boundaries toward them. I didn't say that. It's just a card. So take it with a grain of salt. You're very welcome, baby. Alrighty. Did I get everybody? Annie girl, she was in here earlier. I think I got everybody. Marky, are you going to go live? That's what I was wondering, if Teresa was live. I missed it if she went live. I feel bad. My notifications don't go off anymore. Like, I don't know. I've tried to unsubscribe and subscribe. It went great, Dan, until today. So I went over 24 hours, no vaping. I was like, you know what? I'm good. I'm out from under this thing. And I pay like $20 for a 4-pack. So then I went to the store to get gas. It was the store that I normally don't go to get my vapes. This is the devil all day, y'all. I don't even go to this store to get the vapes because I always know this specific store that has them. I literally go get the gas, go up to the register, and they have a 6-pack of my vapes on sale for $19.99. That means I got 2 free ones just to start back up again. What kind of shit is that? Hey, baby blue. How are you? I know. And it was a 6-pack of all numbers. Hey, Margaret. Okay, y'all, I'm about to go, so I'm going to hang out in Mark's room. And then I put on an angel t-shirt to top it off. Spirit's like, get your ass back in there and put on that devil shirt. Good, sisters. I'm intending that you're going to come back and tell me you get it. All right, I love y'all. And Miss Bikini bought tacos. All right, Margaret, lay it on me, and then I'm going to close it up. Lay it on me, Margaret. But Miss Bikini got a good deal too, so she got tacos good enough for 2 days when she spent money. I mean, he was a low-level criminal, rose up the ranks. He was betrayed by someone in his organization in 2003. That's why you like the show so good, and you didn't even know it was based on a true story at the time, I bet. Will it be over between me and TJ in October? Well, if you say it will be, it sure will, but we're going to look. We're going to see. Are you going to let it string out? You going to let it string out, Margaret? Hey, cards. Fee likes those bad boys. 5 of Swords, 7 of Wands reversed. Ultimately, I feel like it's for your best good to cut this person out, because the 5 of Swords is a card that says they will literally self-destruct their own self. So imagine what they'll do for you, right? So it almost feels like you and this person want to just give up, but then there's something that pulls you together, and the 5 of Swords is there to meet you, right? So will it be over? I think you're going to have to make some changes and some new decisions to make it over. Because if not, you're still going to have it in your energy. 5 of Swords. All right. I love y'all. Hopefully I see y'all tomorrow, okay? I hope y'all have a good night. Okay, love you. Bye. Thank you, Miss Bikini.